My friends, today is an exciting day. I finally made my way to Indiana. They call it the Hoosier State, and there's a whole Wikipedia article on why they call it the Hoosier State. There's no real conclusive evidence about why they call it that. It's a very weird name. It's who knows, who cares? It's state number 38 in the 50-state shred. This is Brown County State Park, and in a couple hours, every single one of these spots will be filled with mountain bikers. And this is the most hyped up trail system in the history of my channel. I've gotten so many comments from when I first started my channel. You gotta check out Brown County. So I'm trying to keep my expectations low, but I can't help but be excited for today. I mean, this is a long time coming. I just can't wait to see what it's like. Even on Trail Forks, the mapping, it looks pretty dang cool. I'm excited. I mean, look at that. There's elevation. It just drops off the face of the earth. I was supposed to bag Indiana last week, but it rained. They close the trails down when it rains. And then it ended up being, I had to drive 10 hours last night just to get back here. Then I'm gonna have to drive 10 hours the other way to get back on track. But I'm not too mad at that because that was the first time during this whole trip. I've kept everything so loose during the trip where it's all last minute. It's all very loosey-goosey. The people I'm riding with, I email them like the night before and say, hey, you wanna come ride? So it's worked out really well in my favor that I haven't had to go crazy distances because of weather or anything else happening until now. I think I'm gonna leave my bag at the van because I'm gonna have several different loops where I come back. I'll be able to have drinks and snacks and change my batteries and everything. Very risky. It's a 6-mile loop on the first loop, and it's like, you don't want to be walking 5 miles or whatever the furthest point would be because your bike ran out of batteries, as it tends to do. Let's get started in Brown County. Oh, try not to brake. Oh, too big for me. Holy moly. Indiana A-line. Oh man, there's a chill in the air. I think this is the first time the temperature has been below 55 degrees for months for me. Yeah. This is awesome jump practice. There was a kiosk in the parking lot, and it said when the first settlers came out in the mid to late 1800s, they just tore down all the forests and farmed the land. And that lasted for a very short amount of time because the soil just wasn't ready for it. It wasn't good enough to sustain crops, so there's a big old slash and burn that went nowhere. Yeah! Yeah. I'm learning how to jump. Kinda. What a great trail to practice on. I can tell there's certain things I'm doing to get a little higher in the air, but I can't repeat it on every lip. Every lip's a little different. And some lips I'm still afraid of, like that last one. Can we say super duper? I think that was a solid 2-mile downhill, 1 mile downhill. I always laugh at people. There was one of the days in the BC bike race, people were like, oh yeah, it's like a 5-mile downhill. It's like, oh, there's really no such thing. There's very few places in the world. There's Downeyville, there's the whole enchilada. There's really only a handful of places that have a multiple mile downhill. The BS detector goes up immediately when someone says 5-mile downhill. Also, when somebody says, oh, we got 50 miles of single track. We got 100 miles of single track out here. What? What? Yeah, let's just keep cutting single track and
I've never heard of this place. It's just a complete Shangri-La of 100 miles of single track that nobody's ever heard of. Quantity does not equal quality. Nice and easy climb to start the second section. Whoa! It's bound to happen. The experimentation. I'm either my front wheel's up too high or like that time I kind of bucked myself over. My back tire is definitely in need of a change. Maybe I'll find some time. I'll probably end up pushing it and get a flat instead. And I believe we have reached the end of Hobs Hollow. Now I'm gonna go up Hesitation Point to make my way back, and I think it's this way. The kiosk also had a cool tidbit about how North America's gone through, you know, several different ice ages, but the glaciers never reached Brown County Park, so everything here is eroded, you know, with water and other natural forces, but not glaciers. I built a 20-mile route on Trail Forks, and I'm still gonna leave out a couple different trails, kind of the blue stuff, the green stuff. So it seems like the rare place where you could get 2 full days of riding in one spot. Oh man, this area just has the best fresh air smell of all time. When I got out of the van this morning, it was like, wow, what a thing. First loop is done. It's time to recharge at the van. That was a little less than an hour. Solid loop. Woo. Now I'm gonna have to put the bag on. People are rolling in now. Gotta beat the heat. Okay, so now I'm gonna do a little cheating and just ride the road. I'm not trying to maximize the single track, I'm trying to maximize the fun. Whoa. Wow. Oh, this is good flow. Good workout. Legs are burning. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm climbing up the other side of the V now. Oh, it'll be cool to come back down this. There we go, a little down and up on Weed Patch. Now I need to find my next adventure this away. Old school single track, not them store-bought trails. I first heard that term from my buddy Bill in Arkansas, and I just love it. Oh, I did not think it was gonna be that hard left. Whoa, step off into nothing there. Yikes. Whoa. Mega exposure. Adventure riding now. Wow. Oh. Man. Don't look downhill. Oh God, this is spicy. I'm sure many a person has had a few tumbles down these little tight spots. Oh man, maybe a unicycle could make that turn. Oh, scaring me. Wow. Okay, no speed allowed. No fun zone. Whoa. Just don't die. See if I can get back into flow. Yeah. No cliffs to fall off of. I've never ridden a trail that was oh so mellow and cool backcountry ride with a million little high consequence turns and places that are just gonna kill you if you're not paying attention. Okay, now it's time for the opposite weed patch run. Yeah. Uh-oh. Is that my chain? What was that sound? Just a rock or something kicked up. I was in full flow and I got distracted. Yeah. Man. That berm looked absolutely massive when I was climbing up. And then you come back down at speed and it's just a blink of an eye, like, oh, that's kind of nice. Nothing special. Just me. All the work that goes into every turn, every swoop. So much. Yeah. That was super sweet. At the bottom once again, just mellow pedal, back up. This is a state park, and man, it's gonna be a very interesting time a year from now to see how the economic fallout from the virus hits, and if parks are just gonna be closed or trail maintenance doesn't happen anymore. Trail building certainly is a little expensive, but I almost think it's the perfect opportunity for us, the people, to get in and take care of our places, our parks. You know, places like state parks, they have police and they'll lock the gates and you'll go to state prison if you've cut down a tree or something. But, you know, our local parks, a little bit different story, I think. There was a sign that said, off-road permit required to ride trails that are above a beginner level. So does that mean you got to pay the park fee and then you got to pay an off-road fee? They weren't collecting the park fee at the gate today. Virus concerns and cash and all that. Hey, the one great thing about all this, hopefully everyone gets their systems up to date where they can actually take contactless payments. The death of cash would be a great fallout from all of this, especially coins. How about we just round everything up and have a new tax and do all that stuff to just get rid of the coins. Whoa, here we go. I wasn't expecting flow. Oh yeah, just the beginning was the tough part. Cool. Howdy, howdy. Have a good one. BC bike race flashbacks. Spandex ahead and walking. Europe is the worst with the coins. The $2 coin, the $1 coin, the $5 coin. I mean, there's all these coins. You're like, oh God, I have all this change. Oh wait, I have $300 in change in my pocket right now. Whoa. Back to the van once again. I love being able to do loops and get drinks and food. It's awesome. Almost 16 miles in, and I would say that is a really, really fun 16 miles, and dare say not that hard of a 16 mile either. Like kind of medium difficulty, like pedal wise, like uphill wise, torture wise, pain and pleasure wise. All right, so now we're gonna do, as the French say, the coupe de grace. I'm using the road again to get over to Schooner Trace. Okay, so Schooner splits off of Walnut, but I never actually saw the split. Aha! Dun dun dun. Yeah. Oh wow, we're going in. Hold on. No. Oh. Oh, no way. No way. And this is like summertime. Oh man. Too rich for my blood. No injuries. Bring out the cordless orbital sander, polish those rocks up a little bit. What the f is that? What? What is that sound? Something is back there hissing. That's got to be like a bobcat or something. Oh man, that is freaky. Okay, eyes on the trail. That's what's really gonna hurt you if you're out here. I hope the camera picked up that sound because it's gonna haunt me. Yeah. The green carpet. This place is crazy. It has such a range. It has the easy trails, the flat single track green trails. It's got the blue flow. It's got the black flow with jumps. It's got tough single track. You got something for everybody out here. That is a rare thing. Man, I don't even think 1 out of 100 people could clean this trail. Like a 1%er, I think it'd be like 1 in 1,000. Oh man. Oh man, so cool. Rough and tumble. Bit of a Brown County beatdown. Well, that's what I came here for. Anytime I see a double black trail on Trail Forks, it piques my interest. Many of the times that is beyond my abilities, but many of the times it is actually perfect. And this is definitely above my ability in a few spots, but still a ton of fun to ride. Well worth the pain and fear of bodily harm. No problem. Easy. Have a good one.
You walking across anything?
Yeah, a few parts I had to walk. Just a couple. Ruh-roh. I just navigated over this rock and got me. Oh, the tire has been killed. Big old slasheroo. Ah, all right. Walking it back. No sealant spraying out. That's never a good sign. Bike hygiene 101. I knew the tire was getting to the end of life, and I was like, I gotta drive 10 hours today. I can't be messing around. And ba-ba-boom. Forces the issue. Oh man, I still got a while to walk if I'm gonna... I don't want to put a tube in. I just don't want to waste a tube. Oh no, I went to the road and I went to the wrong road. What? How could I be this far off? Oh no. This tube was like $12 and it's been inside of my bag for a long time. And if it doesn't work, I will curse Trek till the day I die. Just gotta be careful with tubes sitting in your bag. That's why I had the little cardboard around it so it didn't have random rubs and work a hole through it, because that happens so much. Man, that Schooner Trace trail was sweet too. Like mellowed out like crazy. It was super nice while I was walking. All right, that wasn't too bad. I should have just done it from the start, but man, you start using a tube Then you gotta go buy another one. I just wouldn't trust taking this tube out and then putting it back in my bag, even though it should be totally fine. I just can't trust it. Too much depends on it when you need it the most. Cool, so the trail does cross the road, so at least I'll be able to get back on it for a minute. All these roads look the same. It totally looked like it was right next to the parking lot. I bet my legs are gonna be sore tomorrow. I never get sore from riding, but definitely from hiking. Oh, wow. Yeah. Worth it. Oh, man. Still some Jubilee tinglers as I get lulled into a sense of flow. Whoa, yeah. Oh, yeah. Tough stuff.
Man, you're nuts, man. I was watching you going, is he gonna walk?
You're good. No, it's all good.
Hey, it's BKXC. What's up, bro?
How you doing, man? Good. This is a pretty sweet trail.
Yeah. Oh shit, BK.
What's up,
dude?
Only downside to this whole adventure, I am itchy right now. I've got all kinds of weird bites and scrapes and who knows what. It's worth it. Okay, it's time to switch the tire. The air compressor is compressing some air. I've got a tire in here somewhere. Yep, freshy. So here's the setup. The toolbox normally sits in there. I pull it out on a slider. I've got this always set up, but then this stuff comes off and I hook it in and I get it nice and tight. And now the bike can pretty much free form. There we go. Back to being self-contained. Put that there, put that there.
What more can I say? A great place. I got to meet a bunch of people in the parking lot while I was fixing my bike. Most people wanted to know about the van. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, you're that guy. I'm in the Eastern time zone now. I'm gonna head back to the Central time zone. I've got a few more states to go. The end is near, just knocking them off bit by bit by bit. Thank you guys for being here. And thanks for watching. I'll see you on the trail.